Hey guys, this is Chris coming to you with another comedy vlog. Just want to give you guys a little update. Okay, so this week I've done a few open mics. I did one less because yesterday I had the opportunity to go see the Smash Brothers over in California, over at the Ontario Improv. That was really fun. It was really cool because I actually got to drive my friend as well as comic colleague, Mr. Alex Ansel. Yes, and he's incredible comedian, just absolutely incredible comedian. Came all the way from Texas, and he's just been he headlines at a lot of these clubs. He hosts at a lot of the clubs around here in Vegas, and he gave me a lot of really cool advice just to sit down and kind of think about the stuff I'm doing. I know my collar's a little unshaven, probably my collar's a little unorganized. Sorry, my face is unshaven, my collar's a little unorganized. I just saw a little movie, guys. Actually, this is actually the first film I've seen in a few months. Since I started doing more of the Adderall and ADHD medication, I've been trying to get my schedule in gear. But when you work pretty much 2 full-time jobs, doing driving and then also doing tours, as well as comedy, it's like you don't have as much time as you used to. A lot of the movies I used to see over in theaters, I used to see movies every week, and now it's cut down on that so back. So I cut so far back on that, and it's just it's amazing to really see how things have changed. The Adderall cut a lot of my impulses, but today I did deliberately. I didn't just do it just because it was impulsive, going to see a movie just because I had nothing else better to do. I decided to see a movie because I have not seen one in several months, and that was something I really like to do. I had a movie podcast, and unfortunately with that ADHD, you just never keep up with it. So it's now what I'm starting to do is just every time I do something interesting or do an event, I just record a video. Basically, I record a video and I put it online, and that's what I'm doing right now. This is my latest comedy vlog, and just to give you an update. So I had some pretty good moments at some open mics. The rebar one unfortunately didn't go as well. It's in some newer material. It wasn't the best, didn't go over as well as I'd kind of hoped, but that's the process. You got to find out what's working, what's not working. You got to get used to those crowds. And the more the more and more you get stage time, the more and more you go up, that's just how eventually you start to suck a lot less. Open mics and then on the stage itself. And of course, I'm always going to I'm going to a lot more the clubs now, not the dancing clubs, obviously, the comedy clubs. I've been going to LA Comedy Club. I've been going to this awesome show called Hilarious 7 that's all the way over at the Hooters Casino and Hotel over here in Vegas, which I will be performing there coming on May 7th. So definitely check that out, Hilarious 7 in Las Vegas. So I'm pretty pumped. I am definitely very excited for that. That's going to be a really, really awesome show. I've getting a nice and tight 10-minute set ready for that, especially to tie it in because I'm from Florida originally, so this is really good, a really good opportunity where I could do something truly unique for this particular, establishment too. So I'm working on that right now. And in the meantime, it's just, managing the comedy. But it was really nice yesterday. I got to drive with Alex Ansel all the way down to, kind of a little mini road trip. We drove all the way down to Ontario, California, at the Ontario Improv. Got to see some really cool acts, and kind of how they structured their jokes. You learn a lot from just watching the pros and watching how they do that stuff. I think that's why YouTube is done so well. It's just because you learn more from talking to people. You learn more from seeing how a lot of people really do stuff, and then you learn from it. You learn from the best, and that's kind of the same mentality I'm taking into comedy now. When I go over to all the comedy clubs, I'm just sitting there, I'm watching what they do. I'm seeing how they handle crowds in different moments. So it gives me an idea of what I need to do, to really just really improve, really improve when I'm out there. So yeah, I've been working on new jokes, still writing on Comedy Wire, and just just doing whatever I can every day to just get the name out, get some good practice in. So that's what I'm working on right now. And yes, I'm happy to also announce that later on that I'm almost done with almost completely done with my YouTube intro. So once that is done, I'm gonna have my the first of my series of my new comedy series coming up to YouTube. And when that comes on, it's gonna be very interesting. I'm giving it a shot. I'm gonna see how this works. I'm not expecting I'm not having no expectations for it. It's been a dream of mine to really try something of this out. I used to I took some really good online writing classes over at the Second City for late night writing and television for kind of more talk showy kind of stuff. But in my head, I'd always kind of wanted to do that more on stage, but I realized it's very different very different expectations for what people see, like, you know, in a crowd versus, like, you know, in front of a crowd, like a bar or a club, versus what you see on TV. So this is my attempt to really try, like, kind of the more visual medium of, like, you know, when you're up there, like, you know, through like YouTube, having like a little comedy show going on, and I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm really gonna give it a shot, see how this works. And like, you know, if I don't do well at first, I'm not just gonna quit. I'm gonna give myself, you know, several months to really just, like, you know, put it all out there and just see, like, you know, see how it works, see how people perceive it. I'm basically gonna be writing jokes, you know, just like every day, having like a little coffee, a small bit of coffee, because I have to really tone down the coffee because of the Adderall medication that I'm on. So I have to tone that. I'm toning that down, just, you know, cracking a few jokes. But I want to have a professional intro. I want this to really look nice. You know, I'm putting a lot of thought into this. So I'm just hoping for the best. And guys, thank you very much for tuning in. This has been my latest comedy vlog. And if you want, you're more than welcome to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to have more videos coming up from some more audio from some of my past performances that I've done. I've performed at Catacombs Comedy, performed over at the LA Comedy Club, and of course Flappers. And I'm just going to be posting out some more content that I got from those events. So definitely keep tuned. Definitely, I thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys who are, like, you know, keep following and keep watching my blogs, and you're going to see some really entertaining stuff coming up this month and through the rest of the summer. And I thank you guys so much for just sticking with me on YouTube. Thank you.